Hey everybody, I'm just streaming some more Fight Night. It's been a few days since I played. I'm just playing Legacy mode. Do you know how much I can get my guy up here? Wait, that's not what I wanted to load. Oh wait. Okay, never mind. Oh. Guess that resets. I didn't think it would. I don't want to get in trouble, so turn that off. I turned it off soon enough. Early enough. Alright. Where was I? One remaining training. Oh, leading up to a fight. Okay. Keep building the stamina. Is this the right guy? Eight and oh, this isn't me. Sorry. I think that's the one I was looking at for. $21. Yeah, that's the one. Okay. That makes more sense. Alright, here we go. 30. I guess I picked the same guy every time. R 8 and 1. Alright. There we go. 2 training sessions. Who do we want? We want somebody who hasn't knocked out a lot of people. I want to be caught by something. Let's try this guy. Let's try him. Always go for the pay-per-view. I don't know if that matters or not, but it sounds important. So that's what I do. Alright. Stamina. Huh? Still have a pretty decent stamina. I need some speed though. And some power. Fight. Keep the trainer happy and you can make things easier for you.
What a scene here as we welcome you to this live pay-per-view extravaganza. I'm Joe Tessitore, ringside with Teddy Atlas, and welcome to a sold-out Boardwalk Hall in Atlantic City, New Jersey. Our main event should be a good one tonight. Well, they're scheduled to spend a half an hour swapping leather. This 10-rounder. When a right-handed fighter faces a southpaw like we see here tonight, Teddy, that right jab is right up against his jab.
That's absolutely right. And you know what? That's a great point, because there lies maybe the greatest advantage for the southpaw, because now the orthodox fighter doesn't feel comfortable using his jab. It doesn't land. It doesn't have the clearance that it usually has. And therefore he doesn't use it, and he hurts himself.
No. Oh, shit.
Good return fire that time.
There you go. Why's my stamina so shit?
Halfway through round number one.
Getting good gut punches in though.
That was a miss by Ray.
Oh. Come on.
And now
oh!
gets involved and warns them for headbutting.
That's both by accident.
Off to the side, a little swing and a miss going upstairs.
Okay, I need to speed up here. Get some stamina back. Oh, shit.
Final 10 seconds of round number one.
Okay, I think I did
His
alright.
attitude in that last round really paid off. You saw he was the much busier fighter.
I was much better a fighter, but yeah.
Here we go. Round two is underway.
Damn it.
Well,
damn.
Punch by Ray. Ray's defense did a good job there, able to avoid that punch.
Okay.
Good job staying away from the danger there. Well, that's the classic wet noodle foundation right there. He's on wobbly legs.
Yeah, and it's not out.
No, get off me.
It's really, really wet noodle.
Keeps his hands up defensively, protecting the head. Ray's coming up with the answers, avoiding that punch.
No! Beated me.
Accurate counter punch by Ray.
It's just counter punching me like crazy.
It's been a recent trend, Teddy, where we've seen in the heavyweight division a lot of Eastern Europeans dominating. Why do you think that is?
Same thing in basketball. I don't think they're the better athletes, but you know what? There's an urgency.
Oh, jeez.
There's a real hunger. This is their opportunity. The fighters over here and the basketball players, for that part, they have too many options here. Over there, they make the most of it, and fundamentally, they're very sound.
No, I doubt
And
that.
we come to the end of the round, and he really got to his opponent that time, Teddy. He stunned him.
He stunned him. He's hearing a little tweeting going on, a little singing from the birds in his head.
All right.
So here we are, a new round.
I don't know why with this guy my stamina is running out
He
so
got hit pretty
quickly.
hard, Teddy.
Yeah, he did. He got caught. Now, the first thing is, we all know he got caught, but why did he get caught? He has to be able to decipher that in his head. He has to be able to have the answer
Oh,
to
shit.
that so it doesn't happen again.
Well-placed counter punch by Bone Crusher. Banks is doing a beautiful job here early on of counter punching.
Yeah, it's going to pay off for him later on. You know,
Damn
we
it.
talk about body work paying off for you down the road, like investing, putting money in the bank. Well, counterpunching pays off too, because your opponent becomes a little tentative, and then down the stretch, he's not busy enough.
Boy, he is shaky right there. He is on shaky ground in the ring right now. Unable to steady himself right now after being stunned. Nice block by Ray. A
Damn it!
nice,
This
crisp
freaking
poke after
counter
fine
punches.
defensive effort. 1 minute to go in a round that feels like an all-time classic. Punch for punch, they're meeting each other. And a smart counter punch by Bone Crusher. Teddy, is it possible that he didn't respect this fighter coming into the fight? Now, I know a lot of people would say, yeah, he's ahead on the scorecards. But you can just see the style of fight that this is, that he's being tested.
Yeah, I think it's a combination of two.
Banks is going to get a point deduction.
Aw, come on. I pushed the wrong button.
1 point for excessive headbutts. 1
That's-
point for excessive headbutts.
There we go.
So the end of the round. And now a chance to put the pieces back together. He got
Did I do
stunned in that
good?
last round.
Yeah, well, he has to get those birds
Well,
out
I
of
got
his head
stunned.
right now. You know, open that cage up and let him fly out there. And the best way to do that is find out why he got stunned. What did he get hit with?
Oh, and he's got something for him himself, and it's a left hand. He missed with that headshot.
Oh, come on!
Oh, Banks is stunned, and he is hurt. Ray's mounting a comeback here, Teddy. Things were going against him. Now the tide has turned.
Good things come to those who wait or those who persevere. He persevered, good things are happening.
Banks is doing really well on the outside, utilizing his jab. Well, the quick read on this guy, if you watch this fight so far, is that he just doesn't jab enough.
And that's the most basic thing in the world. You need that punch to make everything
Come
else
on.
happen.
Banks is
No!
gonna get a point deduction.
I keep pushing the wrong button. Why is that happening today? I don't know why.
Your head. That's 1 point. 1 point.
The twist and oh! Banks is stunned and he is hurt. Ray's showing some real guts here. Hey, this fight was not going his way at all, but somehow he has gathered momentum.
Yeah, he behaved like a fighter. He got through the tough times, and now guess what? Good times in front of him.
Able to dismiss his opponent's shot And then comes back with an uppercut.
Come on. Stamina.
I don't know, Teddy. It just feels like one of those nights, one of those fights
Stunning the
where
opponent.
somebody's getting
Man,
hurt,
he's
where
kicked
this
my
is
ass.
not going to the judges' scorecards.
I feel like I'm in Coney Island watching one of those hot dog eating contests where somebody's going to try to eat 50 of them, 60 of them. In other words, he's not worried how he's going to feel at the end of the night.
Digs in with a good solid uppercut after taking a shot. A nice crisp hook after a fine defensive effort. What guts it takes.
Damn,
what
he keeps
commitment
slipping
it
everything.
takes to keep up with this kind of a pace. The action's been nonstop.
Now, the one thing I can tell you is this is where you don't worry about pace. You don't think about pace. Otherwise, you could not be doing what these guys are doing. They're just going round to round.
Damn.
This is why we love the sport, Teddy. I mean, this is just back and forth action. Not. Oh, Ray's in a bad place right now. He was tagged. This looks like it could be just a matter of time now. Maybe a punch or two away
Come on, get off
from
me.
going down. Teddy, what's he got to do?
Well, he's got to grab. He's got to find a way to stop the offense. And to clutch and grab, usually that's one way.
He was on wobbly legs not long ago. Now he's got his feet back under him.
And what is that, a chin or is that Mount Rushmore?
No. Damn it, every time. You gotta be kidding me with this
Protecting
bullshit.
his head well with his guard.
This is rubber banding bullshit.
Final 10 seconds of this fifth round. Banks is coasting his way towards a victory here. That
Not really, I got all
comes
those
to an end,
points
and yet
reduced.
Another round that you got to mark down on your scorecard for him.
Yeah, the only way he loses now is if he's a glutton. You know those guys, you've seen them, Joe, they're on our crew. They stay at the table too long. They don't know when to push away from the table, you know? Well, he's got to push away from the table right now. If he does that, hey, this is in the bank.
Keep working the jab.
That is a big right hand after eating one himself.
Damn
What
it,
a
this
good
fucking
counter
guy.
by Ray. Takes one, gives one. The right hand scores well. A headshot blocked. Unable to score with the uppercut that time. Rays.
No!
And it's over.
Shit, I pushed the wrong button again.
It's done.
Holy
He was given a
crap.
couple of warnings, and now he's disqualified.
Ugh. What the hell is with that button? I keep pushing it.
Ray's getting his hand
I
raised,
wasn't
but
pushing
maybe
it at all
not the way
yesterday.
we
Well, I
wanna
pushed it
see
once.
by DQ.
No, not the way
It's
a
just
real fighter
bullshit.
wants to leave that ring. You know, you want the W, but not that way.
For Teddy.
I don't understand why I keep hitting it. I'm just accidentally where I'm resting my thumb, I guess. What a waste of time that was. My hand's hurting too. I'm not playing that guy again. That's bullshit. Yeah, I don't understand why I'm suddenly pushing that button so much. Or why it's even hitting. That's the other thing. Usually when I actually try to do it on purpose, I miss. Like some more hand speed. Clinch. Signature punch. That's what I'm trying to do, is the signature punch.
Hi, everybody. 10 rounds slated in the books tonight. Here's the first. Teddy, obviously a fighter like this, well-balanced, he can do it all. Does he have to be careful not to do it all?
Yeah, what he has to do, I think, is go back to his childhood when he went into the candy store. And his father took him in there and he saw everything. He saw almonds, he saw chocolate, he saw cherries, he saw jellies, he saw everything.
Ah, dang.
Oh, that's
What?
hurt. Banks is down.
One punch. You gotta be kidding me.
And somehow, some way, he's going to continue on here.
And if he's going to stay in this fight, now he's got to avoid his opponent like the Black Plague.
Keeps his hands up defensively, protecting the head.
I'm ducking. What the?
Halfway through round number 1. Blocks away that headshot. A minute to go in what has been 2 minutes of sensational action. Neither man coming off stride.
Why?
And that's what fighters do. Pulls the trigger right away after taking one.
I can't hit him back though. There we go. That's what I was going for.
You can see he's trying to score up top, but off the mark there. A good block. 10 seconds to go in this round. Off to the side, a little swing and a miss going upstairs.
Okay,
And the round
it's
comes
tense.
to an end. We did have a knockdown.
I can't
in
believe he
that
knocked me
round. Now, Teddy,
down.
if you're in the corner where your man was down on the floor, what are you telling him?
Well, the first thing I do is I sit him down, I get water on the back of his neck. You know, I bring him to a sense, I make sure
controllers
that he's
actually
clear and
hurts my
everything,
hand.
And then I tell him why he got his backside put on that canvas so he can correct it. And he doesn't go out there and get caught again with the same punch.
And this guy's blocking nothing. Get this
Good
body
block
blows
there by
in, record
Rogers.
stamina maybe.
What mistakes are made with sparring? We hear about guys having issues with sparring. What mistakes do fighters make with their training and sparring?
Well, sometimes, depending on who you're getting ready for, you might pick the wrong style. Believe it or not, I've seen some morons out there, and I hate to talk that way about anybody, but I've seen guys that just should be allowed to train fighters, where they've had them training with southpaws and they're fighting an orthodox fighter. And then they get in there and they're all mixed up. Or they're fighting with guys that are aggressive when they're going to be fighting a guy who's going to be moving all night. And of course, they get a false sense of preparation because that's not what they're going to see when they get in that ring. And a lot of times you see guys that just overtrain. They do more boxing than they have to.
Neither man seconds to go in this round.
Damn.
Able to dismiss his opponent's shot and then comes back with an uppercut. He clearly came in with a strategy here.
Damn it, it's counter-punching bullshit.
It's, hey, I'm going to bang that drum.
Yeah, he is banging that drum. That drum happens to be the body. And he figures that he's going to try to move on him. So start doing it early on. And later on, he's going to have a guy in front of him.
Banks' corner's got to be
Getting in the
happy
body
with that last
punches.
round.
That's gonna hopefully affect some things. Alright, getting ahead. We're doing some things. I just wish he wouldn't have knocked me down in the freaking first round. That hurt.
Round number 3 is underway.
No!
Gets rid of that. It was intended for his head.
Okay. Damn. No, shit.
Able to dismiss his opponent's shot and then comes back with an uppercut. Coming to the halfway point of this third round. Good stuff in the opening 2 minutes. A minute to go in this round.
Okay. Fuck.
Targeted counterpunch by Rogers.
I'm getting so many punches in
in
though.
this third round.
Damn it, his power. That counter-punching
Banks is
bullshit.
showing off a real boxing IQ in that last round. Just fighting smart. I mean, not just reckless aggression, but smart, accurate punching.
And talking about IQs, it's being led by that
Okay.
left jab, an educated
60%
left jab. A jab that talks a little bit, talks a couple languages.
His
I mean,
health
he's
is
hooking
going
off it,
down.
He's uppercutting off
Really?
it. He's doubling up on it. Good job.
Back underway here to live fight action. Tough fight to
Nice.
score. Very, very even, closely contested bout throughout.
It's gonna keep letting me hit him. No,
Off
shit.
To the side, a little swing and a miss going upstairs. Very accurate
Okay,
work
fuck
with the
you.
hook there after fine, fine defense. We just have not
Every time I go
seen
for 2
the big
punches.
shots from this guy. He is not throwing the power punches, Teddy. What would you say to him?
Well, first of all, I would say to him, what do you think, that he's going to make a deal with you? If you don't hit him hard, he won't hit you hard? No, it doesn't work like that, my friend. He's going to get confidence now. He's going to take advantage of this.
No, shit, fuck off. Damn it, every time. There we go. Fuck.
Good block by Bone Crusher. Holy
Okay,
cow.
fuck you.
Banks
No
is
way.
feeling the impact of a big counterpunch. You
I'm not
get
even
the
punching
sense
then.
that they know
You're just gonna
no
wait
other
for the
way how to
counter
fight.
punch? Fuck
They
you.
are going at it, back and forth, toe to toe, punch for punch. seconds remaining in this round. Banks is proving to be elusive.
Oh, right at the end.
All right, you look great. Just don't go
Really?
crazy in there.
How did he get 30 and I only got 21? At least I got more damage. He's got
And
less
we are
health.
back underway. Another round in a fight that's been very entertaining, but I wouldn't want to be a judge. This is one of those fights that could go either way. Banks is just being smart on the outside. Banks, his opponent, is saying to himself, I can't believe this. Every time this guy throws, it seems like he lands. He's very judicious with his work.
Yeah, and that's not by
Damn.
accident. You know, that's his temperament. He has that kind of temperament. If you went
Rubber
out with the
banding
guy,
bullshit.
you talk to the guy, you know, he thinks before he says things. He doesn't just, you know, let his mouth go. He doesn't just let his hands go. He lets them go.
Now all of a sudden my stamina is shit.
And a big
Bullshit.
left hand by Rogers. Took a shot, now he gives a left. Still plenty of time to work here in round number 5. Minute and a half to go.
Fuck! Come on.
Banks showing that he's got some defense of his own. He got away from that punch. Rogers is
No, my
disappointing us with
stamina
his lack
just
of work to the
drops
body.
to
Yeah, it
nothing.
Great fight. I mean, just a great fight. Both
Fuck
guys
you
giving
and your
their all
fucking
back and
counterpunch
forth.
It
bullshit.
doesn't get much better.
Oh,
Oh,
that's
fuck!
gonna hurt. Banks, his legs look shaky. He was hurt. Very well done by both men to fire off those right hands. Both men trading hooks.
That's all he's doing is waiting for a counter punch. It's so fucking stupid. I hate when they does that. Play the game, Andy.
Well, hey, you know that old saying, I bring both my judges in my left and right hand. Well, that's exactly what he's thinking right now. He can control this. He can end this himself, not put it in anybody else's control.
Holy cow! Rogers is in a bad place right now. He was wow!
There we go.
Rogers is crushed
Too
by that,
orthodox.
and he
It's
is
screwed
down.
up. That was fun.
He gets up after that punch put him down on the canvas.
Now he needs to get on that bicycle and stay away from this guy.
Oh.
Not able to connect with the uppercut. Rogers showing that he doesn't have any head movement defensively whatsoever. What else is there, Ted?
Well, there's legs. Start using your legs a little
Oh,
bit. Get
man,
out of
I
range.
slipped it.
One way or the other, get out of the other man's talking place.
Oh, that's gotta hurt. Rogers is in bad shape. Teddy, he's stunned right there. Now he's
Come on.
clinching right here.
And that's the only way he's getting through this round. He needs to stay there and hold on for dear life.
And now you're seeing the beard that this guy possesses because he went from stunned and damaged to staying right upright.
Oh, this is like Santa Claus's beard. I'm telling you right now.
Damn it.
Last 10 seconds. Banks is staying away from trouble. He's out
Damn,
there
I
on
was
the
gonna get him
outside.
again.
Round comes to an end. We saw the
10
knockdown there in
points,
that
47
round. A little bit of a
points.
momentum gainer.
Yeah, obviously it gives you confidence, but you know what? It can also be a momentum killer, believe it or not.
How so?
Joe, I've had guys where the worst thing that happened to them in a fight was when they scored the knockdown because they thought it was just going to keep happening. And they thought about only the punch they landed, not how they set it up. So they got away from the game plan.
Rogers is going out there after just being knocked down in the last round. If you're standing opposite him, what's the mentality? What's the strategy here?
Well, you want to go after him, but you don't want to walk into a trap either. You want to kind of size him up a little bit. You want to see if he looks like he's okay, but at the same time, keep in your mind that he might be trying to con you. You know you hurt him, so put that pressure on, but do it smart.
Nope, fuck off.
Accuracy an issue there. Didn't land that straight right hand. He scored well after being hit himself. Seconds to go in what has been a toe-to-toe war. Oh, what a
Man, that guy's not blocking at all.
This is great stuff. I mean, great stuff. Bringing it
Get off
every
me.
which way they are.
So you remember the time you were on a vacation, you saw that perfect sunset?
Oh, yeah.
It was just beautiful. This is beautiful.
Get off me. Okay.
Banks is coasting his way towards a victory here. That round comes to an end, and yet another round that you got to mark down on your scorecard for him.
Yeah, the only way he loses now is if he's a glutton. You know those guys, you've seen them, Joe, they're on our crew. They stay at the table too long. They don't know when to push away from the table, you know? Well, he's got to push away from the table right now. If he does that, hey, this is in the bank.
Well-placed overhand left after denying his opponent's effort.
No, fuck off.
Rogers.
Oh, no way. He blocked that shit.
Oh, there's no doubt about it.
And he's taken a pretty good amount of punishment.
Yeah, he's starting to get a little bit ragged there.
How does he turn things around?
Well, what he's got to do right now, look, the guy has shown he has a good chin. So forget that. Don't keep going to that same place because he's already shown you he's good. He's got that nice whiskers. Go downstairs to the body. See if he takes it good down there.
Getting it done with that straight right hand. Oh, Roger! Well, we
there we
know
go.
He survived earlier, but now he goes down for a second time.
Let's stay down, man.
And
It's almost over.
wow, saved by the bell.
Oh, with the
That's
bell.
like something out of a movie here.
Yeah, except nobody's coming in there and saying cut. You know, he has to keep going here. Right now, the only thing he knows is he's got flashballs going off in his head.
Parries that punch intended for the head.
Damn it! Gets me on those every freaking time.
Nice block by Rogers. What a fight. What a great, non-stop action fight this has been. Minutes ago in what has been a memorable round. Great stuff from these two. He's a weeble wobble in the ring right now. Just one. Oh,
there we go. Signature punch actually did it.
The hook scores the knockdown.
One, two, three.
No way.
This fight is now
Don't call
over.
it a comeback.
Banks is gonna be partying tonight.
He
A
is.
knockout victory. It doesn't get better than that.
Guy touch my butt.
Banks is your winner by knockout, Teddy.
Well, we came in wondering whether or not his opponent had a good chin.
Yeah, you got me down.
For Teddy Atlas, I'm Joe Tessitore. Have yourself
That first
a
round,
great
and that
night.
was it. That was the big thing. If I hadn't started the freaking fight with a not by being knocked on my ass, would have been over a lot sooner. Back KO. Just Porter really wants a shot at you right now. Fight will be scheduled right after you cover. You have any time for training. This is rank 26. 20 KO 6. Sure. Why the heck not? Alright, let's get ready for the next fight. No training. Which sucks, but you gotta take the challenges. Jeff Porter. Alright. I just gotta stay away from that illegal blow button. Which I kept hitting accidentally. Not the last fight, but the first fight tonight. Not a good idea. If it ever loads, let's go. Alright.
Welcome to our
MGM Grand. Nice.
round number 1 is now underway. All the
No,
road is
you did
fine.
not.
It is simply time to fight. Teddy, when you're a fighter like what we see here tonight, a guy who's well balanced,
crap.
has all the tools
Survived
on
that?
the tool belt. How important does it become to know how to apply your best?
Oh crap.
Well, the most important thing is don't get caught up in doing too many things. I think
Okay,
you
this
need to pick
guy
one or two. I
is taking
start with the
big,
jab,
huge hits.
Number one, and
Gotta
good
stay
defensive
back.
habits, keeping your hands up, being alert.
Oh, that's gotta hurt. Porter's in a bad spot right now. He's been stunned.
No, get off me.
Tucks those elbows in, blocks the body shot.
This guy keeps taking these big
Not the
swings.
most accurate uppercut
Nope.
you'll see.
Shit. Stop swinging.
He was on wobbly legs not long ago. Now he's got his feet back under him.
What is that, a chin or is that Mount Rushmore?
There
That's it.
is. Oh, he just ate a big uppercut right there. He had no.
Come on, go down.
Goes up
There we
top
go.
and gets to him, hammering the head.
Probably just short count, no problem. First round. Let's go. Oh wait. Oh man, right on. Did not expect that.
Stops the fight. Banks
This
it
guy,
for
this
the
is the guy that
cardiac
challenged me to a fight too.
knockout victory.
Maybe he's rethinking that decision.
Banks is your winner by knockout.
First round knockout. Nice.
You know, I know a little bit more
You've been
about
awarded
this
with
guy
the
now.
following: 1 in
For
10
Teddy Atlas,
fights.
I'm Joe
Okay, so I got some
saying thanks
shoes
for being with us.
for 1 in 10 fights. Okay. Next. "50 punches, threw a lot of jabs." It's good. Rank me up too. And my popularity. So popular now. Schedule a fight. Alright, I'm just trying to min-max so I get at minimum 2 training sessions. Okay, that James Tunney. Declan Ray kicked my ass. James Tunney I don't think will be any better. Alright, let's go. Let's go for the pay-per-view. Heal up and then train. I wish I could turn on the menu music, but I gotta worry about DMCA stuff. Do I get any awards? Nope. Dang. On boxes. I've retired. 3rd, 8th, and 2nd? They all retired? Alright. That's my hand speed, my head toughness. Let's get that going. So not get knocked out as easy. Although, we only really got knocked out once so far. Still. Head toughness is good. Maybe that'll stop those cheap knockdowns that they get. Pushing it.
We welcome you
Staples
live.
Center. Okay.
Well, they are underway, scheduled for 10 rounds tonight between these two. Well, there's one fighter here, as we've seen time and time again, that just doesn't have the physicality. He doesn't have the overall strength against his opponent. But what does he have?
Oh, he has the greatest muscle that the
They
human
talking
body
about me?
has. The brain muscle. Use it. Be smart.
My lack of physicality.
Give angles. Get out. Keep your opponent off balance. If he's bigger and stronger, he needs a certain kind of set position to use that. Do not give that to him.
Not hitting his mark there going upstairs.
Man, why is my stamina down? His isn't. It's been taking swings too.
He took a shot, but he gives one of his own. A left hand scores.
Man, he keeps blocking that shit. And go after the tummy. Try and get his stamina down, power down.
Tony able to land the counter punch. His opponent wanted the body. He wouldn't give it to him.
Just keep wearing him down.
Digs in with a good solid uppercut after taking a shot. Not able to land the head
Damn.
shot. Banks is going with a very efficient work rate in that last round.
Work rate.
He chose his spots carefully, Teddy.
Yeah, that's what I like to see.
Yeah, I'm wearing
And
him
that's
down
what
a
the
little
judges
bit, but not
supposed to
much.
be looking for. You know, not just being overtaken by a guy just going out there like a Mad Hatter and just throwing punches, but placing the punches, strategically putting them in the right spots. Good job.
Holy cow! James lights out. Tony's tagged by a right
Damn it.
hand. Nice
Damn.
by Tony. Takes one but gets one. Good work by James Tony. What do you think is most misunderstood about the heavyweight division?
I think it's human nature for people to see these big Goliaths, that they start to think that, hey, they're more sure of themselves, that these guys have more of an abundance of security about themselves, about confidence. And really, it's the opposite. In some ways, these big giants, they're really unsure of themselves because they know they can do damage.
Come on.
They're also worried about damage being done to them.
No way, that didn't hit.
Oh,
Nope.
he gets to him with an uppercut. Oh, man, he's in rough shape after absorbing that blow.
No,
Countered
fuck.
by Tony.
Ah, this is bullshit. He ducks everything I throw.
Banks is going with a quality that I think is very underrated in boxing.
Holy
That is
shit.
to be judicious, to really think about
Judicious,
when,
eh?
how, and make the most of each thing you're doing. His punch rate, very, very effective in terms of his percentage landed.
Yeah, he's throwing educated punches. You know, he's not wasting anything. He's making everything count, but just as importantly, everything's leading to something else. You know, he's working the body one moment, and that's leading up to some head attack later on. So he's planning everything out like a smart fighter, a guy that understands
Fuck.
complete science.
Blocks that punch.
Damn it.
Wow, is he defensively sound.
Screw it, I'm changing.
Blocks that punch.
What the hell is that? Get away from me.
James Toney's movement helped out there. He avoided that punch.
Man, the blocking is crazy with this guy. His hands are so fast.
Last 10 seconds of round number 3.
All
Banks
right.
is showing off a real boxing IQ in that last round. Just fighting
Was
smart. I mean, not just reckless aggression, but smart, accurate punching.
And talking about
Really need to
IQs,
work
it's
him
being
over,
led
though.
by that
Take
left
out the
jab,
power.
that
If I can take out his
educated left
power.
jab. A jab that talks a little bit, talks a couple languages. I mean, he's hooking off it, he's uppercutting off it, he's doubling up on it. Good job.
Banks is doing a nice job being comfortable on the outside.
Get
Wow,
away from me.
great action right from the start. Hey, I don't know that they can keep up this pace, but if they do, what a night we got ahead of us.
Yeah, we're getting tired just watching this early part.
Eh, good exchange.
Needs
Nope.
to improve
Oh,
that
no.
accuracy. Missed with the headshot. James Toney's not having things go his way tonight, but there's one easy explanation for it. He's barely moving. He's just stationary there.
And his opponent's taking great advantage of that. He's
No,
coming
no,
up,
no,
finding
shit.
him,
Keep missing
giving
this.
him angles. You know, I think part of it is frustration. He's not moving because he's being kept off balance.
Okay.
And right now, he's just not thinking right.
Damn.
Good block. Able to dismiss his opponent's shot and then comes back with an uppercut. Teddy, I know
Damn
he's
it.
up on the scorecards here. He's got to be up on the scorecards, but he is getting really pushy.
Yeah, he is. You know, this is a development fight. This is a fight where you come out of it and you get better. That doesn't happen all the time. Sometimes you just get another W. He is learning.
Get off me.
Banks is coasting his way towards a victory here. That round comes to an end, and yet another round that you got to mark down on your
Yeah,
scorecard for him.
Yeah, the only way he loses now is if he's a glutton. You know those guys, you've seen them, Joe, they're on our crew. They
He's doing
stay at the
damage,
table
though,
too
in
long.
these
They don't know
rounds.
when to push away from the table, you know? Well, he's got to push away from the table right now. If he does that, hey, this is in the bank.
James Toney with a nice counter punch.
Fuck.
Holy
Fuck.
cow! Great counter punch by James
No,
Toney.
no.
Great pace to this fight, Teddy. These guys are not coming out of fifth gear. Nobody's slowing down.
No, they're fighting a 6th, 7th, and 8th gear.
I have no stamina for this fight. I've hit him so many times in the stomach. He should not have stamina.
Well, the quick read on this guy, if you watch this fight so far, is that he just doesn't jab enough.
And that's the most basic thing in the world. You need that punch to make everything else happen.
Nope. Shit.
Neither man slowing down as we have 60 seconds to go in this round. Able to dismiss his opponent's shot and then comes back with an uppercut. Oh!
No fucking way.
Bad spot right now. He's been stunned. Tony's showing some real guts here. Hey, this fight was not going his way at all, but somehow he has gathered momentum.
Yeah, he behaved like a fighter. He got through the tough times, and now guess what? Good times in front of him.
Damn.
Banks is doing it just the way he wants to do it, and that last round kind of sums up the whole fight. In complete control. He's up on the scorecards, heading towards another victory.
And he's up on my
Yeah,
scorecard.
you say stuff
now
like
he
that,
just has
but
to be careful that he doesn't get careless, he doesn't get reckless.
Able to dismiss that body shot. Banks is just being smart on the outside. Banks is dealing with the aftermath of being rocked, but yet he hasn't changed anything. He's still sticking with that style.
Well, that means panic has not set in. That's a good thing, Joe. He still believes he can get this thing done the way he came here to get it done.
that's right. Still gotta get in these body shots. Take the power. No, I fucking ducked it!
1, 2, 3.
He went down from a big shot. Now he's got to have some big guts to move along.
You're going to find out exactly what he's made of.
Good block there by Bone Crusher. Reaching the halfway point of round number 6. Able to dismiss it. Tony's not showing us that he understands just how effective he can be if he went downstairs against his opponent.
Yeah, well, you know what you're saying, Joe? You're taking a peek and you're taking a swipe without meaning at his training. Because what he's telling you is he hasn't been taught some of the rudiments of boxing. That when you hurt a guy, you should go downstairs to finish him.
Oh, that's gotta hurt. Banks
Damn.
is stunned and he is hurt. And there's the bell. Can
Knocking
you
me
believe
down.
that? He was saved by the bell. Teddy,
I
you've
was
been in
not
a
saved
spot
by
like
the
this
bell.
before as a
I was
trainer.
planning
Right
that.
now, you know what? What do you spend
part of my
time
plan.
on? You want to spend time on telling him why he got in that spot, why he got hit. But first, you got to make sure he revives. You got to get him clear-minded. You got to get his senses back first.
Banks is showing us that he is sticking with the game plan. But keep in mind, that game plan had him down earlier in this fight. What would you be telling him right now, Teddy?
Well, first of all, you got to explain to him very quickly and very clearly why he got caught. You can still do the other things. The other things that we thought going into this fight is still going to work. But make an adjustment. It's not that you didn't do the thing.
How
that
is he
worked.
so
You
fast
didn't
at
do it
round
properly.
7?
Oh! Banks is in a bad spot right now. He's been stunned. James Tony's bouncing a comeback here, Teddy. Things were going against him. Now the tide is turned.
Good things come to those who wait or those who persevere. He persevered. Good things.
No,
are
fuck off.
Hey, I thought he was going to be knocked out just moments ago, but he has survived this.
Well, he has a granite chin.
Wow, just sit back and enjoy this one. You can tell both guys are so determined to give everything they have here tonight.
So it's like the first time you heard Ray Charles sing God Bless America. You knew it was special. You knew you hadn't heard it before. I haven't seen anything like this before.
Yeah, you said that before, so no, yeah.
Each man able to land an uppercut.
Every time I try anything, it does shit like that.
Banks is doing well, sticking to a game plan on the outside. This is been a very entertaining fight. A little time to reflect here at the end of this round. My thoughts being this. I would really be surprised if we go to a decision here. It just has that kind of feel
Really?
to
That's
it.
all I
it has
want
a
is a
feel to me
decision.
like going to one of those
Otherwise I'm
places
gonna
where you
lose.
eat all the pasta you can for one price, you know? And some guys get carried away. They eat about 5 bowls. Well, these guys, they're going to have a stomachache at the end. Somebody is going to wind up not standing at the end.
Digs in with a good solid uppercut after taking one.
Oh shit. His hands are just so fast. Come on. Nope, shit.
James Toney blocks that punch.
Come on, stay away.
Toney able to block it away.
Okay.
Banks is in control here. You can just look at this
That's
fight
kind of
for
a boring
10
round.
seconds
Nothing
and
happened.
you've seen everything you need to see because there hasn't been
Still
a
not
moment
doing very
where
many
it hasn't
much
been
damage
this
to him.
fight.
It's not
Yeah,
as much as I
you
want
talk
to,
about
anyways.
those
That's for
sins.
sure.
A lot of times people say there's 7 virtues, there's 7 sins out there. One of the sins that you hear about is greed. That's the only thing that can beat him right now, is if he gets greedy.
Come on.
Able to cover up that gut.
Nope, shit.
James Toney's coming up with the answers, avoiding that punch. Wow!
Ah,
He's stunned and can he
damn
get
it.
this? He's
You
done
gotta
it
be kidding me. I was
before, but
totally
can he
winning
get
this
up from a
fight.
second time down?
2, 3, 4, 5,
I don't know how to do this.
7,
Yeah, I always lose the second one. I know how to get up the first time, but as soon as I get down the second time, I'm done.
Is over. Lights out. Scout the win by way of knockout. He put his man down, and the 10 count was administered.
It's bullshit.
James Lights
I was
Out
winning.
Toney's your winner by impressive knockout victory.
And he did it just the way he had to. Stayed on the outside and used those quick hands all night.
That does it from
No, he
ringside
didn't.
For Teddy.
He sucks. James Tunney. Oh, that sucked, a big donkey. Alright. Need somebody else to fight. Somebody that doesn't have knockouts. Just these two guys. Already fought this guy. He sucked. So I guess I'll go for this guy. Alright. On to training. Already fought this guy. He sucked. So I guess I'll. Alright, yeah, let's go for more head toughness. And then hand speed again. Hand speed. A little bit more speed when we're ducking and returning fire. Max Stone. Got the name.
Good evening, everybody, and
Thanks.
round number 1 is now underway. All the talk is done. It is simply time to fight. Teddy, I don't think there's any doubt about it in the matchup that we're seeing here tonight. It's clear who has the superior hand speed. What does the other guy need to do?
He needs to let the faster guy shadow box. Step out of range where he can't use his speed.
Nice block by Stone.
Oh, son of a bitch.
Just ate a big uppercut. He's in bad shape. Blocks that belt line well. Firing off the uppercuts. Great exchange. He took a shot, but he came back with a right hand of his own.
Okay with getting these body shots.
Solid right hands headline that exchange. Gets rid of that. It was intended for his head.
Yeah. Stamina.
Cover your head.
Able to cover up that gut. So
Oh,
the end of the round.
I got in a good
And
hit.
now a chance to put the pieces
29,
back together.
29,
He got
stunned me.
stunned in that last round.
Yeah, well, he has to get those birds out
Damn
of
the
his head
stunned.
right now. You know, open that cage up and let him fly out there. And the best way to do that is find out why he got stunned. What did he get hit with?
He returns the favor with an uppercut. Able to get away from that headshot with the block.
Damn it.
And now we got a fight. He fires back a right hand of his own. the right hand after getting scored upon. Nice block by Stone.
Oh shit.
Halfway through round number 2. When you're leading up to a fight, sparring is so critically important. How important is it that you have sparring partners that really act as a scout ahead towards the opponent you're going to be facing?
You know, that's a great question, and it depends where you are in your career. In the early part of the career, you know, it doesn't matter as much.
You
just want
suck.
to get your fighter consistent in the areas he needs to be consistent with whoever you got him in there with, and then you improve as you start to develop. And then you give him different looks whenever you can. But when you're fighting a big fight and you know exactly who you're fighting, well, you want a guy that height, you want a guy that size, because mentally you want your fighter to know that he's been in with that guy, to feel like, I've already fought with this guy. And obviously you want him to be ready to deal with all the physical dimensions he's going to see that night.
Damn.
End of the round here.
These controllers really suck for the hand. The PS3 controllers. Especially when you get older.
It was, and you know, it's the kind of round where one guy would be really smart to take a page out of the book of Sugar Ray Leonard, Marvin Hagler, where Leonard
every
stole
time.
rounds at the end, where he just clipped off 30 seconds, and that's exactly what the judges remembered.
Oh!
Son of a
A
bitch.
big body shot. Return to sender. He gives it back. There it is. Banks is stunned and he is hurt.
Get right.
Able to dismiss his opponent's shot and then comes back with an uppercut. So he decides to go downstairs early on, and I think he'll be happy with that decision later on.
Well, it tells you that he's a well-prepared
I'm
fighter.
trying.
The corner came in here with a good game plan. They understood what they had in front of them. A guy that's going to move a little bit. Start going downstairs, taking the air out of the tires, and later on, he'll be in front of you.
More interested in taking the power out of his punches. That's why I go for the stomach.
He scored well after being hit himself.
Damn it. No!
Counterpunch by Stone.
I was trying for a body punch, not an uppercut.
And now we got a fight. He fires
Okay.
back a right
Don't
hand of his
lose
own.
your stamina.
Comes right back with some offense of his own.
Okay.
The end of the round has
Okay.
arrived.
Let it rest the
And now
hand
an
for a bit.
opportunity for the
Put in some
trainer here to get his
damage.
hands
Good,
on his
good,
guy.
good.
His guy just got
He still
tagged
has
pretty
way
good
more
there.
stamina than
And
I
when he
want.
looks into his eyes, what is he looking for?
Well, first of all, he's looking to see whether or not his guy is still there. You know, he got stunned pretty good. And then what he has to do is make sure his guy is listening to him and telling him, hey, look, you got caught. You've been caught before. This is the way we can fix it. This is what you got to do to correct things.
Teddy, is this becoming a mental thing with him? I mean, he's not firing off the big power punches. I got to wonder why.
You know, that's a good question. Sometimes a guy is making a silent agreement in his mind that maybe if I don't hit him hard, he won't hit me hard back. He's not confident enough now to throw the punches without worrying about what to come back at him.
This is why we love the sport, Teddy. I mean, this is just back and forth action nonstop.
Well, Joe, when special events have happened in history, you remember where you are. Right now, I'm going to remember where
This is
I
not
was
special.
during
This is just a
fight.
regular
I'm
fight.
watching a special epic right in front of me.
Glad to be here doing it, too. What a war this is. Comes right back back at him with a left hand.
Damn. Nope. Shit.
Banks is doing very nicely on the outside here in this fight. It is unbelievable to sit back and just watch what these guys are willing to give and to take. Wow, what a fight so far.
Well, give and take, that's the key word. Sometimes you're forced to become great. And right now, each one of them are forcing the other to go to
Come on.
great
Let's
places.
get the stomach shots.
10 seconds to go in this round.
There we go. This haymaker.
And as this round comes to an end, Teddy, you just get the sense that at any point this fight could come to an end.
Not doing
it is
great,
being
but let's
fought
go.
with bad intentions.
Yes, these guys are not behaving like guys that are coming here
Oh, shit.
thinking about going to the scorecard.
Oh, shit.
They're letting everything go in every punch.
Blocks away that headshot. There's the headshot, but he parries it away.
Nope. Shit.
Digs in with a good solid uppercut after taking a shot.
Come on.
Good job staying away from the danger there. Still plenty of time to work here in round number 5. Minute and a half to go. Stone's got a way of just getting away from that punch. Stone's got to do more than this. I mean, you can't just sit there stationary and expect the night to go your way. This fight is going opposite of how he needs it to go right now.
Well, maybe it's not, Joe. Maybe he's given up already. You know, it's all about what's going on in the mind of a fighter. Maybe he's given in, and this is his way, believe it or not, of getting the refs to stop this fight.
Come on.
Good block by Stone.
No way. Good. Damn.
Banks is in complete control of this fight.
Am I?
Through so
Doesn't
much
feel
so
like
to the
I am.
point, Teddy, where I really think he could end this.
Now it's a matter, does he want to end it? Does he just want to get rounds? Because he's so much in control
No, fuck
now
off.
that he could finish it out, get the rounds, and probably have no danger in front of him.
Ooh.
You know, he's broken the spirit of his opponent. But does he want the knockout? That's the question.
Nice block by Stone. Takes one to give one. He comes back with a right hand. Devastating blow by Bone Crusher. And lands another body shot. What effect can that have on his opponent as the fight goes deeper?
Well, it's like buying CDs. You know, you buy CDs for your kid. You put them in the bank. Later on, they give you a lot of interest. He's going to start catching them upstairs.
I thought he was
as
talking
the
about
rounds
music
progress.
CDs.
What a fight. What a great,
Nope, shit.
great,
Too close.
non-stop action fight this has been.
Come on, side to side.
Damn. That would have been fun.
Up and down, side to side.
Not the most accurate uppercut you'll see. Banks is doing really well on the outside, utilizing his jab. Banks' opponent is saying to himself, I can't believe this. Every time this guy throws, it seems like he lands. He's very judicious with his work.
Yeah, and that's not by accident. You know, that's his temperament. He has that kind of temperament. If you went out with the guy, you talk to the guy, you know, he thinks before he says things. He doesn't just, you know, let his mouth go. He doesn't just let his hands go. He lets them go when he thinks he should.
And that's the end of round 6. Banks is in complete control. Teddy way ahead on the scorecard.
Again, it does not feel like I'm in
every
complete
which way,
control.
and especially the most important way, I think.
I feel like he's just waiting to knock me the hell out.
Kind of pace. It's a fast-paced fight. It's an outside fight. It's exactly what he wants. Not only to be ahead, which we think he is, but to stay ahead.
Battery's low. Oh shit. Shit. He's guarding nothing.
Tried the hook, didn't get it. You know, I thought he had quite a chance tonight, but I don't like what I see right now. Here he is, an outside fighter, and he's unable to do as he pleases.
And if he can't win on the outside, we already found out that he can't do it on the inside.
What are you talking about? Me or him? Damn it, every time I go for the head, he blocks it. Much better off just going for the stomach.
After some fine defense by Stone.
That's probably why he leaves his head open. Let's take the gut punch.
I don't know, Teddy. It just feels like one of those nights, one of those fights where somebody's
Crack some
getting
ribs.
hurt, where
That's
this
what we'll
is
go
not
for.
going to the judges' scorecards.
I feel like I'm in Coney Island watching one of those hot dog eating contests where somebody's going to try to eat 50 of them, 60 of them. In other words,
Man.
he's not worried how he's going to feel at the end of the night.
Blocks the headshot. And a well-placed counter by Stone. It's hard to believe that he can win this fight on the scorecards. That means it's do or die at this point. You got to go for broke.
Yeah, that means that you got to come up with that Hail Mary pass. Now, when you come up with that Hail Mary pass, you don't just chuck the ball.
Oh, shit.
You have to have a receiver down there. You have to make sure that he's running a certain route. Right now, he's got to look for one spot, something to land that shot.
That not hit?
A nice block by Stone.
This guy had a head of steel, that's for sure.
Took a shot, now he gives a left. Not hitting his mark there going upstairs. Stone's really disappointing us with his lack of work to the body.
Yeah, it is.
Come on.
Comes right back with some offense of his
Just
own.
trying for a knockout. You know you lost, dude.
Banks is doing an extraordinary job of never giving his opponent the chance to get back in this fight. Just
He's
like
not
we
being
saw
very
that last
aggressive, though.
round there. He's way up on your score.
Yeah, I have way up. And more importantly, you touched on it. It's the kind of fight he wants. You know, it's in his element. It's sort of in his pool, so to speak, his waters. You know, it's an outside fight. It's a jabbing fight. Everything he likes.
Well, he took one right there, but then he targeted one right back. Great fight. I mean, just a great fight. Both guys giving their all back and forth.
It doesn't get much better.
Damn.
He scored well after being hit himself. Banks' movement's really helping him out, avoiding that punch. Stone's showing you a little defensive skill there, able to move away
Back
from
the
that punch.
hell off. Get away from me.
Banks is looking for some room, and he found a way to get it.
No, shit.
Able to dismiss it.
Okay.
Banks is doing it just the way he
I'm
wants
just
to
barely
do it.
holding
And that
on. I'm
last
not doing
round
nothing.
Kind of sums up the whole fight. In complete control. He's up on the
I'm in
scorecard,
complete control.
heading towards another victory.
And he's up on my scorecard. Now he just has to be careful that he doesn't get careless, he doesn't get reckless.
Okay.
Good defensive skill. Down he
No!
goes. The power punch got to him.
Just. Come on.
1, 2, 3, 4.
And somehow, some way, he's going to continue on here.
And if he's going to stay in this fight, now he's got to avoid this opponent like the Black Plague.
Stay away. Just keeping him at a distance. That's all I'm trying to do.
We have 60 seconds to go in this round.
No, go away. There we go. That should be it.
Send it up
Yep.
to the ring at the end of this fight to hear what the judges had to say.
Barely.
Banks is your winner by a unanimous decision.
Well, he started
It
going
was
to the
closer
body
than I
and it
thought.
paid off for him.
One
It
more
paid
fight,
off
and then
us.
I'll call it a
Good,
night.
solid fight.
It was indeed, and we're glad you were with us to witness it. For Teddy Atlas.
Rank 28th. Let's go. Now that I won, maybe I can go up a bit. Oh, actually, I always pick Wednesday. Let's pick Saturday. I don't want to play Declan Ray, though. No, they're forcing me to beat this guy. Alright, let's see what happens. Alright, what do we need here? Some more hand speed. Let's go for some power. Some left power. Alright, last time this guy kicked my ass, so we'll see. He's a big counter puncher. Oh, right. Hold on. My controller's running low on battery power. Gotta remember that.
Welcome.
What happened to the audio? Hold on. What's going on? I'm pushing the button. Okay, what the heck happened to the sound? Okay, yeah, it looks like something broke with my video capture. Let me just try and plug it back in, unplug it and plug it back in, see if that helps. It's broken. I gotta fix it again. Alright, so not one more fight. But that was fun to play, and next time, yeah, I'll try a different computer. This laptop isn't reading this card very nicely. So if you liked the video, like, share, subscribe, or all the above. And you'll see the next time I'm online. I'll be playing more of this probably tomorrow, either this or some Call of Duty, something like that.